All right, activity number 3 in the Brain Train Explorations Month is called Infinity Eights. This one is going to help relax your eyes if you happen to have any tension due to stress or overuse or headache. It's also something that you could use in a meditative manner in order to figuratively as well relax your vision and therefore your mind. Bring anyone in your family into this and also include this in your toolkit for the future when you need to have this sort of a relaxation and a reset. We're also going to be using elements of this very simple and effective drill in the rest of the month, which is why I'm inserting it here in the beginning of the month, where we get, it's not necessarily going to get increasingly complicated, but there will be more complicated drills down the line. And so this one is a great one to get in to make sure that you have this one down. Very simple, very easy, at least for most of us. If it happens not to be easy for you, not a problem. And I do want to go off on a little bit of a tangent about that actually. So simple doesn't necessarily mean easy, and we tend to psychologically, many of us have a tendency to go down this train of thought where we think simple means easy, and if it's easy, why do it? Because anything that's worth effort, worth doing will require effort. But it's quite the opposite of how we should be thinking. So our actual ultimate goal should be to go after what is simple, knowing that simple doesn't necessarily mean easy. And in fact, in order to take a complicated idea or a multiple set of factors and simplify it is a tremendous amount of intention and intellect that is involved. So in order for us to just gloss over or bypass something because it's simple, you want to just make sure you take another look at that. So when I say it's simple but effective or simple but powerful, I mean that very, intentionally. So don't gloss over this one, and I will go over the exercise quickly. You would only do, if you did it in full, it should only take you 2 minutes. Okay, you could do it seated. You don't need anything at all. What we're going to do is take our thumb and put it thumbs up, eye level in front of us, and we're simply going to take this thumb and with the thumb make the infinity sign or the sideways figure 8. So as this thumb moves in that figure, you're going to just take your gaze, so just your eyeballs are going to track your thumb. Do this for about 30 seconds and then stay on this side and switch directions. So each side or each thumb, you'll spend about a minute. Now we have a cross-lateral movement here because we're physically crossing our midline of the body. We are also forced to relax our eyes in order to move it independent of our head because we're only using our eyeballs in order to track this thumb. This is a cue that I give all the time in exercise because if we're not intentional about where we gaze, our neck tends to follow our eyeballs, and then if our neck moves, then that tends to misalign everything when we don't want it to, go in that direction because of how your neck and your head is tracking the rest of your kinetic chain. So 1 minute on this side, 1 minute doing the same thing on the other side, relaxing your eyes and creating that infinity sign. All right, so this is another one that I've taken, and probably the last one I'll take from the Adventure Skill Set Packet, which is the printables or the posters that I mentioned you could purchase from the Youth Therapy Source recommend, or that I'm recommending to you if you have very young kids or if you're an educator of young kids. This is also going to be used, or elements of both the eye drills as well as creating the infinity sign. Elements of this are going to be used down the line this month in order to do things that are a little bit more involved, a little bit more complicated or compound. So, good time right now to get things done. I just have to show you, I got my good boy Tippy in here. All right, so do this definitely with your kids. Keep this in your toolkit. I'm actually going to need this right now because number one, I am extremely exhausted right now. And number two, I have some both computer and paper writing to do. So it's multi, purpose, multifunctional. Give it a go and don't forget about it.